you ready now?
And you're gonna do a dance?
Things go right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But it's music theater, so I have to
Yeah. So I'll figure out a way to dance to it.
Okay, I'll think of something. Does anybody have a favorite musical? Nice. Wicked.
If you brought me a diamond.
Best Little Whorehouse, Texas. I think that's funny.
And applicable.
Okay. Hang on, let me look at the lyrics really quick, because I know this song. I was in this show, actually. I was a whore. Imagine that.
She did not live this show.
I have not.
I know being in Seattle, we've learned apparently that
I learned a lot about seamstresses
around here, but she did not. She was in it. She didn't live it. It's not about her.
It's not about me. Actually, it is.
Quick 8 bars. It's a very long quick 8 bars.
It is. Okay. Let me think of these lyrics really quick. I'll just make it up. Ready? You ready? It's all about whores.
All right.
Okay. I pay your food and your rent and all utilities. You keep your mind on your work responsibilities. Don't let your mouth overload your capabilities. And we can get along.
That is the Haberkon mating ritual.
It's really intense, is what it is.
Well, I mean, this is with the lights on.
Oh.
There's nothing dirty going on.
Heavens.
So what else did you do, Leah? So you studied with some Broadway peeps.
I did, and then I did some theater, and my dream roles, if we're talking about dream roles, The Wild Party, Andrew Lipa version, Kate, I would love to play that. And actually, Elphaba would be kind of fun. I think I would like that. Kind of fun. Did that really just happen? Have I actually understood this word quirk I tried to suppress or hide? Is a talent
You started
that could... Okay, sorry. Good. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get your woman on the floor.
Body up, body up. No, sorry.
You were about to go there.
I was. I'm always ready.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I love skies.
You stay classic, San Diego. It's
You know, they've approved a sequel, right?
Yes! It's Anchor Man, not Anchor Lady! Now don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. But, okay, anyway. So, my start...
that, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Whammy! My start was 10 years old. Did my first play. It was called Westward Ho, and it was a musical where I was I was a little cowboy and came out and I sang. I loved it. And incidentally, it's the only thing that my father had ever seen me do was this one play. Never saw it again. And he never saw anything I did ever again for the rest of his life. And I remember what he was wearing. He was the most poorly dressed person in the audience. Maybe that's why I remember it. But I started out doing theater. And then I just kept doing it and getting into shows and getting that experience and getting exposure to stage acting. And then that kind of changed my perception of how I watched things that entertained me, such as movies and things like that, and radio dramas, because back in that day, that's all that existed. And so we would listen to that, and it was cool. It was a lot of fun, and I stuck with it through college, through high school. Went to Southern Methodist University in Texas, and it was a great theater program. I went there and got into film and continued with theater and started my own theater company, a 501c3 nonprofit theater company, and we would bring theater to areas that didn't really have it. Because there are places like South Lake in Texas that have a lot of resources, a lot of funds, but they don't have many artists.
They got a lot of paper.
Yeah, they got a lot of skrill, and they make it rain. And so, but they didn't have a lot of theater, so we tried to bring it to them and bring shows out there and combine technology with it to show the the younger generations that, hey, theater's not scary. It's actually something that's been around a long time, and technology can exist with it. So we were the first company in Texas to do movie trailers and behind-the-scenes videos for plays. And then
now they're all the rage.
Now they're all the freaking rage. So yeah, that's how we got our start. Favorite roles that I've done. I did Turn of the Screw. And I was the man in it. That was the character's name. I'm not saying I was the man in that show.
But he was the man, and he was also the a man.
Yeah. So I played this character that had to literally be 3 different characters at any given time. So I would be the man at this point, but then if I'm talking to this person, I'd have to turn into like a 10-year-old little boy, and then I'd have to turn into a maid, and then I'd have, that kind of stuff. It was fun. I've been I guess another cool thing was the play called Silence. A lot of words in it. I was a knight, and I had to grow. The most difficult part about that show was growing the beard, because I can't really grow facial hair. I'm like a Native American. I really can't grow a lot of facial hair. But I'm good with the smoke signals. And so I tried to grow facial hair, and it failed horribly. It looked just bad. And so when you see those martial arts movies, the thing that impresses me most about old martial arts movies are not the fact that they're so good at their martial arts, is that they grow really awesome facial hair, and I would love to do that one day.
Maybe one day when you grow up, you can.
I hope so. I really hope so. I've got like 2 chest hairs.
That's more than last year.
Yeah, I mean, that was 1.5 last year, but now it's grown up and become.
Now it's 2 full chest hairs.
Like people have
Next
baby
year
teeth.
we're going for 3.
Yeah, we'll see. It's like crazy.
Right. 2.5.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So we've all been involved in theater, and we've all done it for years and years and years, and then it was a natural.
Love it.
And it really works the muscles. And I think, would you guys, do you miss theater, or do you get a good fill of it by seeing it or being in it recently, or what do you think? What's your theater status now? Are you in a relation with theater on Facebook?
It's complicated. I definitely try a lot. I actually have an audition when I get back in Austin. So yeah, I still try to work it in when I can. I think we all kind of do. But,
Yeah, this has a tendency to be time-consuming. This
Explain the process of how long it takes and how much of your time it takes on top of everything else that you do.
Theater?
Yes.
So if you're in a show, do we have any actors and theatrical people? Look at you all. So they know this. Ask them later. They can be more detailed. When you are in a show, it's usually anywhere from 3 weeks to a month rehearsal period.
Yes.
Yeah. And usually it's 6 nights a week rehearsal, from 6 to 10 or 7 to 11, something like that. Sometimes there'll be all-day rehearsals. It just depends. Usually on the weekend, at least one of those days is an all-day rehearsal.
Yes.
So you're
Not
living and breathing.
Fun. They're hot.
Yeah. And then the last week before the show opens, you have different techs where they try to see if the lights are working right, or the sound is working right, or the costumes are working right. And those will go anywhere from the run of the show to 10 times the length of the run of the show because of issues or whatever. And then you have the run, which depending upon the theater company can be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It can be all week. On Broadway, of course, it's every day, 2 shows a day on the weekends. Or is it 2 shows? I forget. It depends on the show.
It's on a Saturday. It's usually a matinee evening show, and then a Sunday matinee.
Yeah. So it's a huge time commitment. And it depends on the run of the show, which is how long the show is playing. That can go anywhere from 1 weekend to 3 months in Dallas. It's a huge time commitment. So if we were to do shows, we would have to look ahead in the schedule and say, okay, I cannot do conventions that entire time because I can't be away for the weekends. And then the daily work that we have is also, a huge commitment on top of that. So it's a huge commitment, especially when we're so busy doing the stuff that we're doing too.
I've got a lot of Netflix to watch.
Right.
I can't be having these rehearsals going on. I mean, do you know how long Star Trek The Next Generation is? How many episodes there are? Seriously, people.
Hundreds. It's a good show. So it's a huge time commitment, and you have to make sure you have time to do it. I miss it. I love it. Every time I do a show, I want to do another one right away, but I never can. It's busy.
What was the last show you did, Clark?
Last show I did, I think it was a children's show. Can't remember. Well, actually, I did a cabaret in New York.
Wow, they're doing different kinds of children's theater down there.
Not the cabaret. I did a cabaret and a staged reading when I was New Yorking. I don't think that was before or after. It's been a while. It was just kind of a night of musical theater. They give you a song and you do pretty much a monologue by yourself, and you sing it, and there's a bunch of drunk people listening to you sing. Yeah, but I guess like show, I think it was definitely music, children's theater. I've done a lot of children's theater actually for some reason. I think it's because my look, I don't really have like a classic theater look, so they kind of figure, well, we'll just make her play a bunch of animals and kids
and because you have like 8 kids of your own, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I can relate, so yeah.
She didn't even know where they're at right now. Yeah. She's a really free mom. Like, just like go and learn.
She likes to send them on a spiritual journey. So
they have really good medical insurance, so if they get hurt, it's fine.
Right.